I think as a finance leader today, you have to be very much business focused. You need to understand the business you're in, you need to understand the opportunities and the risks of that business, but you also need to be in the business and really cooperate with the business side of the company very well. On the other hand, you also need to have the finance role, the governance role and control role of the company, and make sure that the business decision taken in the business lines are done in a proper way and don't risk your money too much at least, and also generates money in the end. So you need to have like two hats. One is more a governance and a control role, and one is a more business-minded hat. I think the business hat will change the most based on all the developments in the society and all the trends in all markets we experience right now. All the disruptive technology, all the digitalization changes the way we do business much faster than we're used to. On the other hand, governance and control functions has been in place for a while now and has increased over time due to like Enron scandals and things like that. So I don't think we're going to see more governance, but not that much as we do in the business side, I would say. If you start with the transactional things we always going to do, because we do book closing and we do financial reports and all that, you need to understand the processes, the financial processes, and you need to be able to structure them in a very efficient way. You need to be able to outsource them or to do them in shared service centers globally and so on. So you need to understand the transactional and the process perspective of finance. That's one part, but you need to understand it to be able to get rid of it, so to say. You don't want to spend your time there, because you do want to spend your time on analytics and understanding the business, which is the next competence you need to have as a controller or a CFO today, to really be out in the business, sit along the table when you have contract negotiations or whatever, and really understand the business and what's out there, to be able to give the right advice in terms of where are we going, which contracts should we sign and which should we not sign, and so on. So I think those are the most critical, so understanding processes, an analytical mind, and understanding the business. I think that is critical. I think, as you say, robotics will change our market or our field in a few years' time quite drastically, and I think the steps that has been taken in a lot of major corporations the last 10 years, moving financial processes to shared service center was just the first step, because that helped us aligning and harmonizing the processes so they are done in the same way for the entire company. And once you have that in place, it's very much so much easier to just now go into each of these processes and say, why do we do this by hand? We can do this with a robot, and so on. So I think that would be the next wave of transforming our processes.